Hello everybody, and welcome to another Sims 4 house build. Today we're back in Sulani because I kind of don't like to only post modern builds. So I figured I'd change it up by going back to Sulani and building like a island shack. So this island shack is off the grid and it's really cute. So basically it has everything you need, well, your sim needs to survive on it. There's garden beds, shower room. Originally I was going to have the bathroom inside, but I curated a little outhouse, which is still really cute and not too inconvenient because this house is only one floor. So it's not too bad. So I put a divide in that roof so that I could have the open roof in the main area, but the bedroom had its own enclosed roof. Although because I made like a little back porch area for laundry and stuff, that roof isn't opened as well. But it allows me to create like a little cute clutter area above the kitchen, which I find is really nice. So I kind of changed a lot of things. I was playing around with the layout a bit more. Like, do I want the bedroom in the front? Which side do I want? And I was just looking at the views around and seeing like, what are the views you want to see in this house? Because there is a rocky land, which is pretty on one side where you get to see the waterfall and everything. And then there's the front, which is also really nice. So you'll see me moving the house around a lot right now, trying to figure out where I want everything. And then I figured the bedroom can go in the back left corner. And the bathroom is going to be placed off to the side on the back right corner, which has sort of the rocky outcropping behind it. This is a completed build, so it's build and, decoration all in one video. So no need to wait till next week to see the next one. So right now I'm just kind of going through and looking for all the off-the-grid options that I have for bathroom stuff. Funny enough, the Sulani bathroom pack, the shower is off the grid, the sink's off the grid, but the tub is not, which kind of disappointed me. I kind of wanted to do still like a grand bathroom, but I decided to go with the Sulani pack Sulani pack anyways. Gosh, my brain is not working today. So it's just like, I really don't need that much space in a bathroom, so I was kind of shrinking it, making it smaller, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to turn it into an outhouse because it made a little bit more sense to me in an off-grid, and I was going to have it as a 4x4, but I felt better it would fit more with the area if I changed it. And I go and recolor all the doors and windows a different color of brown because I painted the walls white, and I didn't want the walls and the doors to be white. Like, just everything white is kind of boring. So there's tons of windows everywhere, and it's very open, very breezy, and still functional. And it's got the cute little thatch roofing, which in my opinion thatch roofing is terrible, but at the same time it's great in The Sims. It looks adorable, but like in real life thatch roofing is annoying. You have to repair it a lot and all this stuff. So now I'm doing the same thing where I was going and finding all the kitchen stuff. I went and I found all the stoves, and I picked the cute little wood burning one. And there is no fridge because none of the fridges are good for off the grid. But there is a cooler in this place, which I kind of leave to the last thing and put it there. And I use a lot of Jungle Adventures and Island Living stuff in here because I find that pack looks amazing. And I kind of debated whether or not I should make this a starter home, but I kind of already did a starter shack. So it's just like, you know what? Let's go big. Let's go big and fancy. I don't think it's that expensive. You know what? I never write it down, but I should really just write it down so I know the starting price when I, do the recordings for this video, because like to open up my game would be too much effort, in my opinion, just to find out the starting price. But it's not too expensive because it's not too big, although I do chuck in a lot of unnecessary things. But you can always go in and edit the house and delete a bunch of unessential things in order to get it to be a starting value. The problem is like most of the off-the-grid stoves, I think one is super cheap and then that one is really expensive. And that's basically your two options. But that one being off-the-grid kind of makes sense to me because it looks like it's a wood-burning stove. And the other one is just like the used crappy one. And I struggled with that table a little bit because I didn't want it to interfere with anything. And I sort of never playtest my houses because it takes me so long to build them. That I just kind of always forget, you know, I should put a person here and test this house. But usually it's a matter of just shifting things over. I pretty much have the grid down pat, which is why I always build with the grid on so that I know if I'm leaving enough room. Usually if you leave them about a half tile, they're good. The Sims are fine. They're happy. They're content. So I try to leave at least a half grid between everything, and then certain things I'll try and check in. Maybe it'll work. Like theoretically it should, but maybe it doesn't. So just creating a nice little sort of privacy shield from the office to the bedroom without actually dividing the room, because I just wanted this to be a sort of two room sort of thing with the bedroom and the main room, and then obviously the outhouse up to the side. So yeah, it's completely off the grid. There is laundry day stuff in here because I wanted to put the wash basin, and there's garden stuff that I used show hidden objects to find. It's the what pack does it come with? Outdoor retreat. It also took me a really long time to decide if I want spandrels or what I wanted, because like I needed to fill that gap. I was like, do I just build floors in order to get like floor trim? And then I had floor over one side but not the other, so it was bugging me internally. So I did not know what to do. So I was just like, do I close it all off and keep floor trim? And then I was like, no, I don't want to close it all off, because like that's the best part about these roofs is that when you look up, you see the thatch. And that's one of my favorite parts about these roofs. It's why I like building in Sulani, because these roofs make sense here. And I was like, maybe I can just use, the same eaves. And it looked weird. So I was like, nah. Move objects should be on if you download this house, because I do play a little bit with raising up columns in order to sort of complete the look of the house. So they might disappear if you do not have move objects on. Not 100% sure, but they might. Yeah. I was like, oh, do I want to turn everything darker? Because it's a little poopy brown. And then I was like, nah. And somehow I managed to mess up and turn some walls into spandrels. And because I had move objects on, all the windows were still there. So it didn't act like it was down, but it was changed. It had been changed. Yeah. So this is where I'm decorating that little cute nook above the kitchen area. And I thought it was really cute because I wanted that back porch to be a little bit bigger. So I pulled in the wall a little, and it created this little area to put some houseplants and stuff on. And obviously lighting, because off the grid's most troubling thing is lighting. And it really annoys me because there's so many things I think like, this should be lighting. This should be able to be used. These are candles. Like, why can't I use these? Why aren't these off the grid? But thankfully they added like the search option for it. But really what they need to add is a filter for off the grid, because the search option is terrible. Like, you start typing off the grid, you get like maybe 7 choices, and then you got to just go in and find things on your own. So I'm like going through everything like that. What's it called? The chandelier from Jungle Adventure, blanking on things. The chandelier from Jungle Adventure, even though it's all candles, it's not off the grid. And like certain things like that bug me. And I attribute it to the laziness of Sims 4, which I've discussed in length in another video. It's the laziest Sims 4. If you haven't seen the video, that's the gist of my story. It's pretty lazy in the things that it can and can't do. and certain things. I don't know. It's just lazy. I was trying to sneak a little light in here, and then I decided to, I think I put a wall light. Oh no, I put a shelf and I put some lights on there because I just wanted a tiny little shelf, but I also wanted it to be wooden, so I was struggling a bit. And I went with that build shelf, or did I go with the other one? I might have gone with that. Yeah, like some of the candles aren't off the grid, and it annoys me. And now I'm going, these are debug items. They're super cute. And I figured they fit well in here, and they probably attribute to the cost of this house being a little high. Although, like, I had them set up in a way where they looked really good and I liked it, but it was like I needed one more for that top little area up there. And I was just like, do I reuse something or do I just find something else to put there? So I was struggling to find something else to put there. And then also, I think you get it in a career. It's an unlock in a career. And then I was like, maybe if I just shift things around, it would look good. But I was like, I really like the way I have it. And I just want things to fit. Yeah, I used one of these paintings that you can unlock, and they have a C1. And it kind of blends in enough that I'm just like, you know what? That's good. I like it. It's fine. As always, there is no custom content in here. To be honest, I can't be bothered to download it. There is some really great stuff, but I don't want to take the effort to download it where it impedes people from enjoying my builds as well. Because even if I don't make a video out of it, I used to post a lot of them on the gallery. And I feel like once you start downloading custom content, you're really limiting what people can have, especially when you use a lot of packs. Back then, also, I didn't have very many packs, which is why I kind of record now more than anything. It just like people can see the build, and if they don't have packs, they know certain things aren't going to be there. Whereas you're just like, oh, it requires this pack that I don't have. What are they using from it? So I kind of don't limit myself on packs when I record. But if I might do a base game only build. I think that would be fun, because I remember never wanting to build a base game after I got a few packs, because back when the game was first released, base game was awful. There wasn't very much, and looking back at it now, I'm just like, how did I ever play this game? But they've added a lot of stuff over time, and I think I might do a base game build. And for some reason, every time I tried to rotate that plant, it would shoot up into the sky, and I was just like, what the heck is happening here? The little candle flower thing, and I was just like, that's so weird. Just going in, decorating some stuff. So yeah, there's everything your sim could possibly want. There's fishing boat, there's a campfire, there's a garden beds that I was talking about. I don't think I finished that sentiment. There's the garden beds from why am I blanking so hard on these expansion packs names? Outdoor Retreat. Garden beds from Outdoor Retreat. I felt they looked a lot cuter, kind of more homemade. I wanted to also put like a little workshop, but I didn't want to build another room, and I also didn't want to stick it outside. You probably could get away with sticking it outside just because it's Sulani, it's hot all the time. I don't think it has a winter phase where your Sims will die of, exposure. And checking on all these little supplementary lights in here, trying to make it a little bit brighter. Made me wish we had more. Even though those candles are just decoration, I just thought they looked really cute on the window ledge, so I put them there. But they do not light up, so they're not actual lights. And I couldn't get the candles, to work that do actually work as lights. So I was just like, it's okay. I use those perfect patio lights a lot throughout the place because little lantern lights are cute. Now I'm going to put the fire pit in, a boat in. I'm just like, what would a sim on a deserted island want? So this is built on the Key Point Island, the big one that's like, pristine oceans. So, your conservationalist off the grid sim might want to live here. And since you never have to pay bills, having a massive house isn't a detriment. I was just trying to find more stuff to like clutter around. And then I found that light is also from the island pack. So I was just like, I gotta check that in somewhere. And kind of a little redundant up on that shelf, but I liked it. And this is where I check in the cooler because I forgot I didn't put a fridge in. And, but the cooler works fine. It allows you to cook from it. So that's not too bad. You know what? I'm not sure. I wanted to get that little dartboard in there for some fun, but it kind of hovered because everything was up on a foundation. I'm like, ah, dang. So yeah, these are the little garden beds, and I put 2 in the middle because I felt like it fit in nicely. I kind of liked it like that, where it was sort of looked like it was all one piece. And now some terrain painting. I didn't go too crazy because it is beach. I just did want it to give a little bit of like a rund look. And I was like, oh, maybe I should do some plants. And I was like, no, it's a deserted island. The plants are in the background. That's it. That's all we need. If you wanted to get it, you can get it on the Origin Gallery, EA Gallery, whatever you want to call it. EA Origin Gallery, under the username StefanyRed. I do have a link in the description below, but as you know, their website isn't the best, so I'd recommend just searching StefanyRed, and it would be under the same name as the video title, Spiffy Shack. Thank you so much for watching. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can watch it all here. If you subscribe, you'll know when new videos are. If you leave a like, I'll know what you like to see me build. And I hope you guys have an amazing day.